All right, so we have our fade in for our scene. We have our menu buttons working. So this time we are going to look at how to make our player die. We already have the health script made, and we just need to have something happen when he actually dies. When it actually dies. Right. So there is our transition into the. I don't think that I showed you to do this. So you know what I did when we did our fade in panel on our other scene. I actually added a fade in panel to this scene. That way it would fade in nicely. As you can see, here's the fade in panel. You need to make sure that you make these a prefab. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the game, and this is what we worked on last time, and everything works still the way it's supposed to. This time I want to make the player die. I've already done all the work for this. We know how to make a canvas and new panels and everything like that. And you want to make all of the stuff new. You definitely don't want to try to reuse the prefabs for the other things, because it just is a headache. All right, so this is my game over screen, and then it just reloads the beginning screen. All right, so this is what I did. Let me go to level 1. Okay, so we're in level 1. I'm going to disable this fade in. All right, we'll rename that to fade in. This is why you want your names to be right, so that you know what you're actually clicking on. All right, so I made a new canvas game over panel. All right, let's see, 1920. It's just something I forgot to do apparently. By 1080. Set to 0.5. All right. So look, so I made this game over panel, and here it is. It's got the main panel, which is this object. So the game over canvas with the game over panel. This is the main object, and then I used the fade in panel. For this, you don't have to do this. Like, really, all you have to do is change the opacity, the alpha of this, and just make it fade in. And that's all. That's all you really need to do. And then I added the words "game over" pretty much. So, and this is what it looks like in animation. And so I changed the screen size, so of course it messed everything up. See what it looks like. Yeah, so when you do that and you mess everything up like I just did, what you need to do is like this font needs to be bigger, so you can just auto size it. Just scale the font up. And I don't want mine to have a 2 rows. Anyway, so this is it, and all I did was I put an animation on it. I mean, you could animate this in any way. I showed you how to animate a panel earlier. I changed the panel's alpha. So I changed the main panel's alpha, the secondary panel's alpha, and then the text alpha. So you can see here to this keyframe, both panels are fading in. and right here they're fully faded in, and then the text starts fading in, and then it goes over time, and right here it's going to wait, I think for half a second is what I have that set at, and then it's going to transition. It just gives a nice smooth transition. Alright, so let's look at the code, what I've done. So I created a level manager. Okay, and basically this is the exact same thing as how we load it with our game menu. So except we're going to call it from update, and we're going to wait until this bool player died is true. And so what I did here is I made a public static bool player died. I didn't want to put it in my game manager because I don't know that the game manager is going to be a persistent object or not yet. So anyway, I didn't put it in the game manager because I just wanted a different object to control levels. Anyway, so in the die method of the player health, I have level manager.died equals true. And so when that happens, see, I don't have to reset this on start or anything like that now because the level's going to be reloaded. So I don't have to worry about this being true when it's not. So when a player died, start this coroutine and reload the level basically. So if I've named it load main menu because I want it to load the main menu. Like if we go to have a quit button, for example, which we'll probably have in the next video. If the player died, the game over panel dot set active equals true. Else, if the player did not die and we're exiting a different way, then fade out panel is active. Then the same code that we've had, yield return wait for new seconds, real time. I said real time because I want it to, you can animate while you have the game paused in real time. Because this may be, you may be exiting from a menu and you might have the game paused. Anyway, then load the main menu, and that is pretty much it for the code. So, and it's pretty much it for this video. You just make sure you have everything attached. I have it attached to this panel, maybe this one. I don't know where I have it. Oh, I have it attached to the level manager that I added into the hierarchy. You have to forgive me. I am just woken up, and I'm trying to get this video out there to make sure that it happens. And anyway, I have my fade time set for the length of the animation, which is 7.5 seconds. Game over panel put into the game, so the game over panel, not the canvas, but the panel itself, is put into the game over panel section, and fade out panel is put into the fade out panel. And so you want to make sure that all your panels, are, except for your fade in, are turned off. That way you can turn them on when you need to. But that's pretty much the end of this video. We've already seen how this looks. So if you liked it, click like and subscribe. And if you would feel like you want to support me on Patreon, please do. All right. See you next time.